This is the story of how one of the most evil regimes in history came to power. Are you sitting comfortably? Who's here? Oh, it's the Nazi nonk. In the Reich Garden. How did all this happen? Germany was really very young, but was growing very fast. This led to the First World War. Over 20 million people died. Germany and their friends lost. The Kaiser was forced to abdicate, and a new democratic government was set up in the city of Weimar. Many Germans consoled themselves by claiming they hadn't lost the war, but were betrayed by the November criminals. One man who believed this was Corporal Adolf Hitler, who was wounded in hospital when the armistice was agreed. They said the peace treaty was forced on them by the French leader, Clemenceau, and that Germany's situation was just pants. The peace treaty at Versailles stole German lands and made them pay money back to the British and French. Most of all, it made them take all the blame for the war. Life in Germany was difficult after the war. The Americans thought of a solution that also made them money. For a few years, everything seemed to be going fine, and most people mostly ignored the extremists. The tiny Nazi party only survived because of proportional representation. Every vote counts. Weimar democracy was just too fair. Then the Wall Street crash happened in the USA. This led to the Great Depression, which hit Germany hard because of all the US loans. Hitler stood for president against Hindenburg. Fascists and communists were fighting in the streets, and government forces couldn't control them. Von Papen convinced President Hindenburg to make Hitler Chancellor. Events played into Hitler's hands, and he took full advantage of them. He destroyed his communist rivals just in time for the next election. The Nazis now had the majority, and the Enabling Act gave Hitler the powers of a dictator. He used them to pass a law banning all other political parties. Hitler surrounded himself with some pretty nasty henchmen. Hitler used the SS and Gestapo to murder his rivals within the party. Then President Hindenburg conveniently snuffed it. So Hitler took his powers and became sole totalitarian ruler of Germany. So that's how Hitler and his Nazi party came to power in Germany. But that's not the end of the story. Hitler did as he promised, and he got Germans working again, building autobahns and making new Volkswagen cars. And building weapons, lots of weapons. Weapons meant jobs. He started to build a new navy. And a new air force. Which he tested in the Spanish Civil War. He encouraged pure German DNA. He encouraged architecture, the arts, animal rights, and healthy living. Especially for young people. Germany hosted the Olympic Games, where their athletes won most of the medals. Whilst all the time they were rounding up their political opponents and sending them to concentration camps, and increasingly persecuting the Jews. And at the same time dismantling the Treaty of Versailles piece by piece, while the great powers did nothing effective to stop him. And now the Germans were strong enough to attempt their planned territorial expansion. And briefly, Germany became the most powerful nation on earth, and Hitler the most powerful man. But poking the Russian bear proved to be a mistake. And with Soviet armies advancing on Berlin, Hitler poisoned, then shot himself in his bunker to avoid being captured. $4.5 million German soldiers, airmen and sailors died in the war, plus 1.2 million civilians. This was the price Germany paid for supporting Hitler and his fascists. Others paid an even greater price. 25 million Russians, 6 million Poles, 6 million Jews. The British lost 326,000 military personnel and 74,000 civilians in the European theatre. Most of Hitler's henchmen who survived the war were tried at the International Military Tribunal at Nuremberg and executed.
Go to sleep, Upsy Daisy.
Upsy Daisy. He's through. Daisy too.
Go to sleep, Tombliboos. Go to sleep, Pontypines. Go to sleep, Macapaka. Go to sleep, Hahoos. Go to sleep, Ninky Nonk. Go to sleep, Pinky Ponk. Go to sleep, everybody.
The end. Until next time. History whispers in the silence. If only we listen.